Hi, good afternoon, Lillian and EFAA. This is Andy Taylor, Red Rock Roofing, where we stand for greatness. I'm at 927 Marine Street here in Boulder, Colorado. Also right there with 931, and I'm going to address a couple of these different issues that are up here. So I was out here last year and actually did a full inspection, and the roof looks worse than it did then. So on this front would be actually the south-facing slope here. You can see in areas that it's missing 60% of 70% of its granules. So with that and all of these nails that are popping through the shingles now are definitely, it's hard to repair any of this with this amount of granule loss and how thin these shingles really are. A repair is almost not going to happen. Now you can see under there that the thermal adhesive glue, if you will, has cured, and this is no longer sticking down. And it's like that throughout the roof here. So you can see that a lot of this is doing things like zippering and all of these shingles that are actually lifting as is that you can see. Now I'm going to address the rest of the roof. Zippering is simply, as you can see, you pull up a shingle and it in turn lifts the next one up. The ridge has lost a lot of its granules as well. That's 40% gone, 40% gone, 40% gone. All of these nail heads needed to be sealed at one point in time in order to really make sure this isn't a penetration point for water to migrate. Now, almost every single boot jack up here has been letting water in for a long time, and these were the same last year when I had done this early in the year. So you can see that these boot jacks are all eroded up here. Now with this, when I walk on this roof, I can hear every single step. You can almost hear the fiberglass underneath every step. And again, none of these nails are sealed. Now, with that, this is an area that's pretty bad. It looks like at one point in time, this boot jack got replaced, but they ended up cutting a lot of these shingles that are here, and this isn't even sticking down. Like the glue that's underneath there, it doesn't even hold back. So you've definitely got water that's going underneath this rubber here. So with that, again, what you can see is a lot of the fiberglass that is actually showing through on the shingles themselves. So I definitely want to do a good detail up here. The boot jacks could possibly be replaced, but with the shingles losing as many granules as they are, I do believe that this roof needs a full replacement. Now this front side has definitely got more nail heads than you can imagine that are popping through on this roof. So same as last year, but only worse now. This roof definitely does need a replacement. Now all of this flashing here, this should be an L flange. This is just a piece of metal that was bent to go there. And honestly, with all that spacing in there, wind-driven rain can get up in there and really affect the interior. These nails up in here have been coming out for a long while. I remember this one last year. I had actually pushed it in and I could pull that out. I'm gonna push it back in just for the sake of, this is 931. And again, same thing on the front here. You're missing, 40 to 50 to 60% of its granules on these. And all that fiberglass that you can see coming through, we call this silvering. It's just widespread, especially across this front part. Now again, all of these nails that are really starting to emerge from the surface. So a couple of these boot jacks have been fixed, but they actually put nails down to try and hold these shingles down because the thermal adhesive glue is definitely cured. So as you can see, these nails have just been coming out from the surface on this. Again, more nail heads here. On the backside of, again, 931, we have all these boot jacks that are really bad. So you can see that one. You can see that one, you can see that one. And a few of these in the past have been fixed, but I wanna say that when this hole was cut was probably 10 years ago. That fiberglass showing through definitely shows the age of it. There's a nice little hole right there in the roof itself, and then that's a nail that has come through and has already expunged itself. So all of these here. So I really do believe that this does need a full replacement, as same last year. The difference is now is it's had another year of degrade up here. And yeah, I'd love to put together an estimate for a full roof replacement. The repairs are going to be hard up here because all the shingles that are really cooked and baked, when you start to pull those away to put shingles in, you're going to have a problem and just have to use silicone, which is not as good as the thermal adhesive on these shingles. So again, Andy Taylor with Red Rock Roofing. I very much appreciate the opportunity to get out here and to bring you up to speed. I'm going to go ahead and sign off.